Hello guys and welcome to another Fyxshion Reydiou. Once again here with Shinja. We're going to be talking about a really cool and awesome anime that came out like at least 3 years ago from now, 4 maybe.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. But this year we are having the second season, hopefully, with no delays. So yeah, Shinja, could you tell us a little bit about this anime?
Yeah, sure. So, One Punch Man centers around our protagonist Saitama. He, to put it simply, is extremely overpowered. Literally, can quite literally take down anything, just like one punch, as the title of the anime says.
Yeah.
And the whole series kind of revolves around him defeating several villains to try to increase his rank as a hero, because he wants to like actually be known as a hero.
Right.
So it's just him literally going around beating up like villains and stuff. It's mostly a comedy because it parodies a bunch of mainstream animes, so you'll see a lot of iconic villains from other animes show up here, but with a twist. Yeah, it's just supposed to be this huge parody of like Dragon Ball. It's like they can always get stronger, or they like literally blow up a world and stuff, and it's like the old debate everyone has, like like Luffy could beat Goku, or like no man, I think Naruto would beat all of them. It's like, no, literally Saitama could beat all of them.
The Saitama fanboys now.
Yeah, like Saitama is literally like basically when DC took a shit on like Superman and was like, yeah, he's literally God.
Yeah,
basically. So, but yeah, it's a full-on straight comedy. There's stuff that happens throughout the anime where like Saitama defeats an enemy and someone else gets the credit because like just of the circumstances. So it's really funny and it's easy to get into. Like it doesn't really have much of a plot going on.
Right.
Like they throw like little things in here about like Saitama's origin and stuff, but like there's no real like drive or anything to the plot. It's just kind of like, Saitama's just trying to get his name out there and he beats stuff up.
Yeah, that's most of it. And I know a lot of people just like, man, it just doesn't have a plot or like the story. I'm totally ditching this anime, and I get it. Come on, like, but you gotta give it a chance. I mean, this is like the only series that I like besides Naruto manga. I read this manga since the beginning, before the anime came out. I was like, this dude's art is mostly like moving frames, and he likes this motion blur in every single fight scene, and it's just amazing. So I just fell in love with the manga first, and then when I heard that this game was coming out, I was like, it needs to top the manga, and it did.
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, they did like a great job. They like they got a really big production studio behind like
Madhouse.
One Punch. Yeah, it was like that's another reason why everyone was like so blown away by it, because like you look at the manga and it's funny, and you got the hardcore fans that have been reading it since the beginning.
Yeah.
But the art does not compare.
No.
To the animes. It is way like ultra defined and like super awesome. It just makes the fighting scenes like way more epic.
Yes.
And then it immediately gets contrasted by Saitama's derpiness. So like literally there's just moments where he's like, yeah,
okay,
like crappily drawn, just like in the manga. And yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, we're here now.
So So when did you actually start watching One Punch Man, Shinja?
I started watching it pretty much around the same time it came out. I know, yeah, I might have been a few weeks late because I think when I started watching it, it was already like at episode 5 or 6, around there. So halfway through.
But you were in the hype. You were in the hype.
I was in the hype. Yeah. Like everyone, like I didn't really like know what everyone was like talking about. Like all I remember is when I found out about it, everyone was talking about like, oh man, this like young Japanese artist actually got his like manga like become super popular, and he's now got an anime. And so people were more raving about the fact that like he literally from kind of nowhere showed up and like was like got this contract with Madhouse for an anime.
The Madhouse is pretty expensive.
Oh yeah, and they reached out to him, like one of the top dudes. He just loved what like he was doing, and he's like, look, we can make it better. So that's basically what happened.
Yes.
So that's all I remember hearing about it. Like I didn't really know anything about One Punch Man other than there was a character I remember hearing that was like, oh, this one is a parody of Frieza, or I think it was Cell, one or the other.
I think it was
and I was
the
like,
Piccolo one though.
Oh yeah, or that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, I need to watch it now because I was like, this is clearly a Dragon Ball reference. I need to watch all of it now. And I did.
It's just amazing.
And it was so satisfying.
It is. I mean, all you guys missing out on this anime because it doesn't have a decent plot. I mean, even I don't even read manga, and this series made me read it because of freaking art, the characters, the development, the different type of powers. I mean, I know we're used to, you know, we like good plots, good story, good backgrounds. I mean, all of these characters have good backgrounds, but of course it's just one guy beating up a villain with one punch, and that doesn't, you know, satisfy a lot of people. But you know, my point being here is, you know, you gotta give it a chance. It's totally different. If you're looking for something different, then this is it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like you said, it doesn't really have a plot, so like that's as a serious anime.
Yeah, right.
Like,
it's a parody.
because it's not like it's not like Gintama, you know, where Gintama does tons of parodies and it's a comedy.
Satires a lot, like.
Yeah, but Gintama does have a actual plot.
Yeah, it does, and heavy one.
Yeah, it's just they don't like actually move forward, and they actually like joked on themselves about it recently.
Right.
Like explaining how like anime production worked and like manga stuff, which I thought was up. But One Punch Man is strictly like a comedy and parody. It like that's the problem. People like they see it and they're like, oh, it's like they think it's supposed to be like a mainstream anime, and like it's technically supposed to be making fun of mainstream anime.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically what it is. You cannot take a series. You cannot take this anime too seriously if it's actually a comedy, because it's making fun of other animes too.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. So moving on to the your favorite character, Shinja. Who is your favorite character?
Oh man, dude, it's hard to choose, but the one character that like I always root for is Moomin Rider.
Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Oh my gosh, poor dude, man. Like.
Yeah.
What was his ability again?
He doesn't have an ability. He's literally just a dude on a bike.
On a bike, yeah. Moomin Rider.
That's what makes me laugh so much more about it. It's just like, yep, it's like whatever. So the like for anyone like listening, the way One Punch Man heroes work is you're split up into like 3 classes. Like you got they're 4 classes. You got class C heroes, B class, A class, and finally S class.
By the way, Saitama's B class, right?
Saitama's B class, yeah. For
freaking
because
exam.
Yeah, he failed the written portion of the exam. So yeah, that's what happened. And then Genos, his partner, is actually like he got S class, didn't he? Like he got A
higher.
class, and then yeah, I think something happened, and Genos got the credit for it. Something Saitama did, and so it's like, oh hey, here's an S class invitation. But yeah, so C class heroes are usually just like normal human beings. They're just kind of stronger than normal.
Yeah.
And then B class, like some of them might have like some superpowers, and then from A class to above, they definitely have superpowers or some special skills. Though, because of the way the anime is, there are some characters like in the S class tier who like don't have any power at all.
Yeah.
There's
and
they're
one still heroes. There are still heroes.
Yeah, but they like. There's one character in specific who's like he apparently is like supposed to be like the strongest person in the world, and he's actually just like a normal dude, an otaku. Again, Saitama, he like took credit for stuff Saitama did.
Yeah.
It's basically Mr. Satan.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's it. That's
like, you know, other people take credit accidentally. This dude like kind of does it on purpose.
Exactly.
But like, you know, it's weird. But anyway, yeah. So Mugen Rider is C class. He's just a normal dude on a bike.
Yeah. Yeah, and he got to the places very late.
Yeah, usually he'd get to like, you know, because he doesn't have a superpower. Yeah, he'd be riding there on his bike and he'd show up. But yeah, there's like a fight sequence, like, so this is how much the anime kind of like just takes a shit on every other anime. Like normally you have this big bad guy and you have the underdog and you pit them against each other, and the underdog usually wins by some miracle, you know. You got the whole crowd cheering for the underdog, underdog wins. This anime was like, no, we're not gonna do that. Literally gets squashed by the enemy.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's one of the reasons I love it. It's like you kind of see it coming because you're like, there's no way. But that's what makes it all the more funny to me.
Exactly. So, my favorite one is, of course, is Genos. I mean,
yeah, badass cyborg.
Totally a badass cyborg. I love cyborgs. I love robots. And this dude is just like, when I saw him in the manga fighting, I was like, man, I really do want to see this in animation. I just fell in love with this dude, and this guy is just like, I think he was on the 2nd episode or 3rd. I think it was 2nd.
Who, Genos?
Yeah.
Oh, when he shows up?
Yeah, when he shows up.
Yeah, he shows up like episode 2.
Yeah. And he meets Saitama, and he calls him senpai, right? Or teacher or something.
He calls him sensei. Yeah.
Sensei, exactly. And like,
because like, yeah, like he sees how like strong Saitama actually is.
Yeah.
Like I think he witnessed him like doing something, and so like he starts following him around.
Yeah.
And then Saitama's just like an aloof character. He doesn't really like care about other people.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to be a teacher. He doesn't want to be. He literally just kind of wants to do his own thing.
Yeah.
Like his reasoning for like trying to actually get ranked and be known as a superhero is literally just kind of like, wait, no one knows I'm a superhero? We gotta fix that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it, you know.
Exactly.
Like, it's not out of a sense of justice or obligation or anything.
Indeed. It's like, and I like Genos because of this freaking arm design and his eyes, and it's just freaking cool. It's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Genos is like the other side of the coin of like Saitama, where it's like he would be Genos would be the protagonist of his own anime if One Punch Man was serious and like, you know, didn't have Saitama in it. Like, yeah, Genos would be like the protagonist or something. But then like immediately like you get shown how weak he is in comparison to Saitama.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
he's very weak. Like he showed all this horsepower that his mechanism shows, and when he's up against other villains, man, oh my gosh, he's I cry. I'm a like, Genos, come on, you know how to fight better than this. There's scenes that he can fight, but when he's up against,
it's like,
yeah,
he's just kind of like a time bomb in a way, or not like he does one attack, gets destroyed, and then that's kind of like it.
Yeah,
Saitama comes in and cleans it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, it's just like even the dialogue when Saitama talks about Genos is like, it's funny because Genos is just a robot, and there's a scene that Genos is like stuck on a wall like a freaking bug, and that's what Saitama said to the villain that made Genos look that way. I'm like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. And I think he actually fixes himself. I don't know. I think he fixed himself in arms and all that.
I think he can fix himself to a certain point.
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah, I know that
he
like
gets busted a lot.
Yeah, he usually has his like scientist doctor friend or whatever like fix him up or give him upgrades.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like it's so crazy because like everyone at some point kind of gets shown at like how weak they are. Like, you know how I said, like, you know, Moomin Rider gets defeated in one hit. Yeah, that sometimes happens with like Genos or some other people. It's like, that's literally all it took, one hit. And then Saitama always comes in and it's like, okay.
Yeah, okay. The funny thing is that all these heroes with awesome powers, and most of them don't even have powers, they're all a joke.
Yeah. There's, like I said, only like the S class and some of the A class actually have like superpowers.
Exactly. And that old guy that looks like the old guy from, what's this called?
Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, Netero guy. Yeah, he looks a lot like him.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
I think that's what he's supposed. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be like him in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Parodying him.
But yeah, he doesn't have superpowers either. He's just like really good at like martial arts.
In martial arts, exactly.
But then we have people like Tatsumaki, where she's you know, she's actually got psychic powers.
Psychic powers, exactly. Yeah, this weird power. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and what? There's like Zombie Man as well.
Yeah.
Which we only see for what, like the OVA, I think he was in.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hey, do you remember that gay character from Prison? You must remember this. There was a gay guy.
Oh, yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. That he used to be A or S class hero. I think he was an S class hero. He got put into prison.
Damn,
like,
dude.
What, in the last fight, he was like all naked.
All naked, yeah.
What was his name? Booty Prisoner. Was that it? 'Cause
Something like that. I don't know, but he was super gay, dude. Like, this is my favorite gay character. And he
his
kicks
name's,
ass. He knows how to fight.
He's Booty Prisoner. It's so funny. He's S class, rank 17. And it says here, he is the boss of the prisoners held within the smelly lit prison. But he's clearly gay. I think that's why he went to jail, wasn't it? Let me read here. There's like a really funny reason why. As to like why he's in prison. I can't find it. Oh yeah, it says Booty Prisoner is flamboyant, openly homosexual superhero. He takes an interest in other up-and-coming heroes and criminals, an interest which led to his titular jail sentence, as he kept attacking them. So he basically kept attacking heroes and criminals that like were just he found cute.
Wow.
So that's why he.
Yeah, that's why. Oh my god, like guys, you cannot take this anime serious. Like, this is anime, you have to turn your brain off and enjoy what you're seeing.
Yeah, just take it in.
Exactly. So, what is your favorite fight, Shinja?
Oh man, there's so many good ones.
Yeah, it's all fight.
I gotta think about this for a while. I can list off a few like right off the top of my head. The first one that like really looked good was Saitama versus the ninja guy.
Oh yeah, was it the first one or the second round?
I'm thinking specifically the first one. I can't remember the second round. The first one leaves such a huge impression, though, is the thing. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it was the second one. It's the one where he gets punched in the dick by accident.
I think that is the second one. Yeah, that is the second one. Yeah. No, wait, no, because in the second one, he remembers he got hit in the balls. Yeah.
I don't remember because you know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. It was the first one. But it was just like, oh man, this guy's really fast and really cool, but like he's like kind of like closet gay in a way. It's like, how to explain it? He gives off Hisoka vibes from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, he's kind of feminine. You know?
It's kind of like, or it was more like he kills for sexual pleasure. Like that's the kind of vibes he gives off. And I know that sounds weird and that might turn off some people. But trust me, it's just he's just psychotic. That's what he kind of comes off as. He fights like really seriously against Saitama, and he gets his balls busted, quite literally. The way it happens is hilarious. The final fight scene is the most epic one.
Yeah, it is.
It kind of just builds up to that point. They put all their budget into that.
Yeah,
sure.
that one. Yeah, that one. Madhouse, like, oh my gosh. You thought that Madhouse did what other animes like Hunter x Hunter? They've done a lot, but this one was just like at least 2 episodes, the last 2 episodes. Budget-wise, it was just Madhouse budget.
Yeah, it was just like, well, because like they didn't really like in between that fight and like a few fights in the beginning, they didn't really like spend any money or like they didn't do any epic fight scenes. Like the last epic thing they did was Saitama versus Genos, and that was only like a couple minutes.
And that's my favorite fight of all. That.
And it's not even a quote unquote fight. It's like
Saitama dodging everything.
Yeah, Saitama dodges everything, and then he throws one feint punch, and was a feint punch destroys everything, and then it ends there.
Yeah, he busts a mountain without even touching it.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Okay.
But every other fight kind of literally ends like in a second.
Yeah.
Like you'll get these big kaiju looking monsters, and literally like it looks epic, and like in any normal anime this would take at least 3 episodes to wrap up. And it gets wrapped up in a couple seconds.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think in one episode there's at least 4 or 5 fights different.
Yeah, like, and then you get different enemies. Like the enemies are also like ridiculous, you know. Like you have like Crab Man, you have a Car Man, you have what else are there?
That Sea Man, like the Aqua thing, that water, the rain, whatever.
Yeah, and then there's some more like quote unquote serious ones, but it's kind of stupid. We have the virus one that's supposed to kind of be like Frieza and Cell and some other things, like it was like Mother Nature or something. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But that one was also like kind of like, whoa, that looks epic. That we have like the giant Frankenstein monster sort of guy, kaiju.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Again, also ended in like a second.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
guy.
The longest fight is the last fight of the anime, and it's like, again, it could have ended in a second, but it gets drawn out because it's the finale.
Yeah, exactly. It's because Saitama, he starts dodging and getting he got hit, but you know, when he gets hit, he doesn't quite feel them. I mean, they just he gets hit, but you know, he doesn't get knocked out, even though it's this really OP alien. It just doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm here laughing, like, remember all these crazy stuff, and I get why people don't see it, but it's just, you need to turn your brain off and enjoy what you're seeing, enjoy the fights, because mostly all the fights are cool. They're awesome, they're well animated. It's Madhouse, and you know Madhouse make good quality, and I think that's one of the reasons why people like the animation. I mean, above what we have already seen on the manga, which is, the manga is like, holy freaking shit, it's very good and well drawn, and that motion blur all the time, every fight. You know, that Genos fight versus Saitama in the manga, it felt like a real animation to me. It felt like that motion blur helped a lot in the fights. It was just amazing, even looking at in the manga. So visually,
visually it's very appealing. I love how like they like animate everything here, like all the fights and just everything in general. It just looks good. Like other anime, like they get, you know, touted like, oh, look at this amazing animation, and like it looks textureless. None of it looks drawn. There's low, like, it feels weird saying there's low frames, because in animation you don't need a lot of frames to make something look good.
Maybe like 20 or 15 frames.
Yeah, if you're making a like a 60 FPS anime, you need to animate like, I think 15 frames or 20.
Yeah, that's right.
Somewhere like that. Yeah. And then 30 frame, like you only need to do like 12 frames really. So you don't need to like draw a lot to make animation look amazing. I mean, of course, it just depends on what you're doing, but
exactly.
Just some things just look really choppy and like low res.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Like I've had bad experiences with like some animes like touting like, wow, this looks amazing. I'm like, no, this looks amazing. You know, show
exactly.
Like,
it all depends.
This One Punch Man.
Exactly. So fully recommended, guys. It's turn your brain off, watch, enjoy what you're seeing, enjoy the characters. And the manga is also cool. It's also well drawn. This guy is an amazing mangaka. Of course, we talked about in the previous podcast, previous Fyxshion Reydiou about Mob Psycho 100. Hopefully, we get a new season this month or next one. So, yeah, waiting for the next season for One Punch Man. Fully recommended. And yeah, guys. Please don't forget to favorite, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel. This has been Zyberpunky.
This has been Shinja.
And we'll see you guys later.